Well, welcome back to Handy Andy. Today we're going to do something a little different on my channel. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a device here. Here's the logo. That's a Sense unit. Now, what is a Sense unit? It's a home energy monitoring system. I have a lot of electronics in my house, like the camera you're being recorded on, the TV, the sound system, the modems, all that good stuff. I don't know how, but our power bill is crazy high. Really, really high. So we just finished our annual end of year thing at work, got a little bit extra cash, so I went and ordered this. Got it from Amazon. I'll put it on the link. Why am I going with this brand? The reviews are probably the best that I've seen. They have the longest return policy, 90 days. Everybody else has 30 days. I like that because it takes more than a month to actually start what they call fingerprinting your devices. So what this does is that it hooks up to the meter, and the meter is actually right on the other side of the wall here. Also, look at that. My wife's mirrors that we recorded already. And it hooks up to the Wi-Fi. It starts looking at the power usage of all the devices in the house. The lights, the radio, the TVs, the washer, the dryer, the running refrigerator. Do I need to go catch it? No, okay. The running refrigerators, the dishwasher, the microwave that probably needs to be replaced. And it's going to start giving me advice on which electrical devices need to be changed. So it takes about 2 weeks. So after I unbox this and install it, by the way, if you don't know how to work with electricity at house ratings, meaning 220 and 200 amps, what we got out here, get a professional to install it. Alright? I consider myself somewhat of a professional, so I'm going to be doing it myself. Alright, so let's get going on this unboxing. By the way, the box looks amazing. I did order it from Amazon for obvious reasons. I didn't want to give my credit card information out to a company and all that other stuff, plus shipping, and if I want to return it, it's so much easier to do it through Amazon. So let's get going on this. There we go. So it opens up nicely. First thing I have is a packing slip. I did not buy the solar one because I don't have solar power. And as it says here, it's a Sense Home Energy Monitor, tracking electrical usage and costs. Real-time remote power metering with free iOS and Android. Alright. By the way, this did cost $2.99. So again, I said it was the more expensive one. I think it's worth the money though, from what I saw in the app and the way it fingerprints the devices and uses the cloud to do what they call machine learning or ML. So inside is the Sense unit in its own proper packaging. So we'll get rid of that. And it says, Sense, understand what your home appliance lights and devices have to say. See what's up and know what's on. That's the big thing. And they got a picture of an iron, the Sense unit, light bulb, toaster oven, and then on the top is actually the picture of what the Sense unit looks like. So let's open this puppy up. All right. They got some more funny quotes here. Not funny quotes, but electricity travels on the speed of light. That makes more than 186,000 miles per second. On October 19th, 1879, the first light bulb ran for 13.5 hours. The term watt was named after James Watt, of course, the inventor of the steam engine, where 746 watts equals 1 horsepower. And before the discovery of electricity, people used pieces of hot metal to iron their clothing. And that's true. You can see that in some antiques setups. So first thing I see here is a nice little instruction manual, it looks like. Check that out. They gave me some really cool stickers. We'll see what they want me to do with that. They got some swag stickers. I may put that on my new laptop that I'm getting soon. And then, what do we got here? Congratulations on your Sense is installed. Congratulations, sorry. Your Sense is installed. Now it's time to get down to business. It looks like this is a little thing to show what I need to do to get the next steps going. I'm going to open up the diagram here. Let's check it out. Oh, look at that. We got a nice little, the back is kind of cool. It has a little thing, but the front has really nice diagrams of what you need to do. I've actually already watched the YouTube videos on how to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Let's see what this device looks like. Here's the Sense unit. I'll pull it out from this packaging here. I want to make sure there's nothing else packed in there. No. Check on this side. No. You know, people pack things in funny places. So this is the Sense unit. You can see here is a hole for the antenna. That's how it connects to the Wi-Fi. And then here are two connectors. One, the gray, is for the sensors, and the other one is for the power. This missing one in the middle is for solar power. Like I said, I do not have solar power. I hope to maybe one day, but I got a ginormous tree in the front yard that blocks me all there. And looking inside, it looks like it's two PCBs, one on the top, one on the bottom. And look at that, it's made in the United States of America. You know what? Anytime I can support a company that makes their products in the United States of America, I definitely would do that. The next thing in the packaging are the actual sensors. I'm going to show you those right here. Those sensors are actually amp meters. I know that because I've used handheld amp meters. What you do with amp meters is kind of interesting, is that you'll have three wires sticking out of a plug, you know, three. You got your neutral, take that one away, and then your neutral ground, and then your neutral and hot. Well, if you get one of these sensors and you wrap it around one of them and you turn on a device, it'll actually figure out how many amps are being pulled through that wire. Now, if you know the voltage, you can do simple power wheel math, and you get voltage times amperage equals the amount of watts you're using, which turns out to be what the power company charges us by, is by kilowatts. Thousands of watts. I'm going to take this out. Now the box is empty. Everything else is actually packed in here. On my side, I could see is that, like I was checking, there's a bunch of cables in there. So I'm going to open that up right now. I'm actually going to put this other stuff back into the box here. I don't need that right now. I don't need the stickers. Let's see what we got here. So we open it up from this side, open it up from this side, open it up from this side, and voila. We got our items here. Very nicely packaged, as I would hope to see. The wires are organized nicely here for the sensors. I'm going to flip it back over. And then I have three bags here. One bag is actually a nice little mounting hardware. I'm going to see if I need to use that or not. I'm not thinking I'm going to. Got the antenna. Now I've been really thinking about how I'm going to do this antenna. I think the electrical box that got upgraded to a 200 amp when my sister moved in here, by the way, I just finished buying this house for my sister, is as big as the rafters, or sorry, as big as the studs. So that means I either have to go up or down. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather go down. And then the Wi-Fi is just on the other side of this wall, so it only has to go through two walls to get to the Wi-Fi. The next thing I have here is the power. This is pretty simple. I can see I got a red, a black, and a white. Looks pretty cool. I like how it's a snap connector. You can see that right there. It's a nice little snap connector. Really nicely made here. Next is that the sensors are actually bound into the back of the cardboard. So I'm gonna open those bad boys up so I can pull them out. Alright, and we don't need to have this anymore here, so I'm gonna put that there. Same thing with these two clamps. I try to keep everything in case I need to return it. And you can see, now these are heavy. They have a big piece of iron in here so they can figure out how much are my devices taking. You can see in here there's actually a little piece of steel in there, and in there. They make contact, and boom, there you go. So there's that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to read the instructions. I'm going to probably start the install, and for all that, of course, as I normally say, it'll be all fast forward, alright? I realize this is a bit long here, but we'll get this going, right? So, with that, let's go do the install. For this part, guys, I'm going to turn it off because of what I have to do. You guys can guess later, but I need to attach these. Okay, so I finally got exposed to where the mains are. Those are the two mains. Very, very dangerous. And then I'll quickly attach these, alright? Alright, that was it. And I'll close this back up and put it back together. Alright, so I'm going to show you closely what I did here. So, I ran these up to the main up here. That's what you saw me do. They're up in here, behind here. I had to remove this. I'm going to tell you right now, don't do this unless you know what you're doing, okay? Very, very dangerous. I'm going to then tie wrap these over here. And I'm going to put the sense unit right here. I just got to make enough room for it and whatnot, but it'll be right there. You can see the power's right here, the sensors are right here, and then the antenna goes and it pops down there. You can see how it's nicely put in there. Alright, so I'm actually going to turn the power back on and see what happens. Okay, so the main power's on. Now we gotta turn the power on to the sense unit, and that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm supposed to hear noise. I don't hear anything. That's concerning. We got the wires in there right, we got the ground in there, I mean the red and the... Well, I did my best. See what I can figure out. Right after I turned it off, the recorder, guess what I heard? It's good to go now. In fact, I can see a little tiny light inside here. So, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a blinking light in there. There's a little blinking light. So, I'm gonna go to my cell phone and see what's going on. Alright, so the unit is on outside. I have my iPhone. You probably noticed it's on 4G or LTE. That's because my Wi-Fi hasn't turned back on. Here it says to go to sense.com and go to apps. I'm not even going to bother to do that. I'm just going to search the App Store for Sense. And I don't see any here for Sense. That's disconcerting. You know, I would hope they would do something like that, but I spelled it the way they had it, so I'm going to go do the website way, like they asked me to. So here I'm going to do sense.com and then /app or / whatever. Yeah, there's a big fire over here. So here's the App Store. I'm going to click on it. Open an App Store, yes. I don't know what it's called. Sense Home Energy Monitor. So if I would have done Sense Home Energy Monitor, I probably would have found it. So I'm going to do get. This is my favorite part, those little round dots. I'm going to go ahead and grab it right there. These little round circles is you can see there in the display, it tells you how much power is taking different things, unknown and stuff like that, then you can understand, you know, the usage and whatnot. So I'm hoping I can curve my my usage. This is going to take a little while, so I'll be back as soon as it's downloaded. So my Wi-Fi finally booted back up after turning on the power, and I got the Sense app. So I'm going to click on it and see what it gives me. Log in, get started. Let's do get started. So first things is terms and agreements. Hello, have you installed a Sense unit? Yes. Look at that. Picked it up right away. You see that? There it is. Connecting to Sense, verifying install, scanning Wi-Fi networks. Nice. This is really actually nice. A lot of these IoT devices that I've worked with in the past, they're kind of annoying because you have to usually log into their Wi-Fi to program this. So this is really nice. So I'm going to put my password in here. Now it's going to connect. I noticed there was only one bar, but that's the deal with shooting Wi-Fi through a wall, and actually being close to an electrical box, Wi-Fi signals actually get all scrambled by the AC signal. So we'll see there. Now it's registering it. We can see that. This is quite nice. Now the trick here after this, I'm going to create my account now, is I want my wife to be able to see this too. So I want to see if it's multi-phone capable. And then we'll figure that out from there. So I'm going to create my account first. So here you need to set up the time zone. So it's Los Angeles is the closest city. And then I'm going to look here. It says create account. So this is going to go and create an account at the Sense web cloud. So now it says welcome. Thank you for installing Sense, and let's get started. Let's see what it says. What's next? Over the next few days, weeks, Sense will listen to your home and start detecting devices. You can use the power meter and trends to monitor your power consumption and learn more about the home. Basically what it's telling me is I can see how much power I'm actually sucking up. Device detection. After devices are detected, they will show on the bubble displayed when on. So like dryer here, you know, all these beautiful things here that they show you. Let's make this awesome. Tell us what you think, your idea, feedback, or not. So basically here they want me to report to them and tell them what I think. So far, so good. Basically here, this is push notification. I'm definitely going to turn that on. I'm going to turn that on so that way I can actually tell when my power is being used. So right now, I'm eating about 520 or so watts. That's quite a bit. We'll see what this does over time. Alright, so I'll do a follow-up probably in about 2 weeks is what the website said to do. And then at that point I will come back and hopefully we'll get some devices here, fingerprinted. Right now there's nothing, and we'll see where this goes. Alright, thanks for watching this video. Well, I'm recording this now so I have it, but thank you for watching the unboxing and the installation of the Sense unit. I will be updating on how I like the Sense unit in about 2 weeks. This is what the instructions have told me. And then after that, how the fingerprinting works. Again, fingerprinting is the process of an electrical device actually connecting to my home's electrical unit and turning off. And it will look online and see if anybody else has said, well, this right here is a hairdryer. This right here is a Cuisinart XYZ model toaster oven. That's what fingerprinting is. And then eventually it'll fingerprint and tell me which devices are actually sucking up all the power in this house and making my electricity bills so high. The chandelier that's above this right here that I installed for my wife for a celebration, I forgot if it was Christmas or her birthday or an anniversary or something, is all LEDs. In fact, the whole house pretty much is LEDs, so I'm not sure what's sucking up power here. Alright? So with that, Handy Andy, over and out.